Okay. So today we're going to discuss about how can Malaysia produce more world-class athletes. But first, my name is Usaf Izzuddin bin Aidil Nizam, and my matrix number is 5026886 to 5026886.
And my name is Muhammad Ali Shazi, and my matric number is 503117.
And my name is Taufiq Jahabir Fazli. My matric number is 503203.
And my name is Muhammad Najib Nabil bin Muhammad Mahidin, and my matrix number is 502955.
Okay, so everyone have introduced themselves. So we're going to discuss about how can Malaysia produce more world-class athletes. So okay, I'm going to start first. So I think one of the way Malaysia could produce more world-class athletes is by exposure to international competition. Why I think like this? This is because I believe that international competition is usually full of world-class athletes from the higher countries such as America or China. That's why when Malaysia send their athletes to compete in the international competition, they can learn and gain new experience and also networking. But moreover, we want Malaysian athletes to gain new experience. For example, in a tour di France, we can send Malaysian cyclists to compete with them to learn and also to gain experience and also to learn from their mistake. For example, right now we have the Malaysian football compete in the FF Suzuki Cup, and right now currently we lacking in many things. That's why I think it is one of the way how can Malaysia produce more world-class athletes. How about you, Najim?
I totally agree with you, sir. By exposing our player to the international athletes, they can gain more experience and also learn more from the other countries. As for my points, I think this country need a better sport development. As we all know, athletes not just start from teenagers. They start from the young age, from 6 to 7 years old. Having a great development can further increase their prowess, their athleticity, and their skills. Furthermore, better development can pull outsider to help us. As an example, I want to say is coaches from outer play from other countries, players from other countries playing for helping us to upgrade our players. This will help our young athletes to develop more, to become a world-class athlete. So what do you think?
Okay, for me, as Najmi has said, that better sport development can encourage or have a better support for young athletes. So I think that another point that we can consider is to improve the coaching and our facilities. As Usop has mentioned, in the best athlete, for example in sprinting for 60 meter from China, they have a good facilities for the athlete. And also we can go to Jamaica to see that we have Usain Bolt that holds the international record for 100 meter. They have a good coach that has help them to improve their potential for the work. And I think in Malaysia there are a lack of high coaching skills. So I think that some like governmental can give more like financial support for the sports development, so that we can compete with the other country. Besides, corporation or private company also could have a private academy for the athlete to make sure that Malaysia can produce a world-class athlete. So I think that's all from me. How is it?
Thank you, Brother Danish. So I think that is a great point of view that you have given to us, and I also believe that by improving the facilities, it can produce more world-class athletes, such as you mentioned that earlier and so on. I think the world-class facilities produce more competitive athletes and more skillful athletes that can compete in the higher level. I think because of this, apart of any point that have been given, I would like to add some point, which is government also have to take actions to improve our sports in many sectors, such as investing more in our facilities, because I believe not many states in Malaysia that have good facilities. To have good facilities in their places because of maybe lack of exposure to the kids and to the parents. So I also believe that by government should also do more tournament for the teenagers, especially in a young age, during their first time in school. They can more attract them more to sports. They can see this as as a career to them. And I also believe by doing more tournament, it can produce more athletes which we don't know before, because not many of them gets the chance to prove themselves in higher stages. Then I also believe that the private supports, which is their parents should also support their sons, their kids in what they want to do, because if you don't, you can kill the dreams that have been since the young age, and maybe kill the world-class athlete that we should have now, but we already given up on it, given up on them in such early age. I think that's all from me.
Okay, so do you guys wanna add something else?
May I point out that I think strongest sport science and nutrition support can also produce world-class athlete for our country. As you all know, we are Asian country, have a smaller build, especially the Southeast Asian country, as we are averaging in 160 centimeters. Having this low height might be a disadvantage, especially in the physical sport like football or rugby. Maybe our player have the skills but doesn't have the capabilities, their bodies to fight against the other countries. So having a stronger sport science and nutrition support can help build this bodies that suit their athletic abilities. As example, we can take Japan for example. They biologically have the same height as us, but their sport science and nutrition support have helped them to create and help them to build up their bodies, so then they can go against the bigger countries like Europe and Arabic country. This helped them to be one of the best country in sport. So I think we should set them as the cornerstone so we can better our country athletes, so we can have a more world class athlete for our country. That's all. So do you have anything to add?
Yes, actually, I have something to say. That's true. We Malaysian Asian usually have a disadvantage. That's why I want to point out that what Taufik and Dennis said is true. More government and private support and also improve facility. But I believe that maybe the government in Malaysia can, give financial support to the sport that have better chance on winning. For example, hockey. Because I think 2 years ago, hockey Malaysian athlete have won the national competition, I think, rather than the Malaysian Football Association. That's do you guys have anything else?
Yeah, I think the best reasons to have a world class athlete for Malaysia have been said by Najmi, because we know that Malaysia is not that bad at coaching or exposure to international competition, as we also have athlete which is in Paralympic. We have a lot of athletes that can give a competitive can compete with the other developed country, and also we are also good in sport development, which is we have like Johor Darul Takzim with their football club. They have a good facility and good financial. So I think that the best solution to develop our sports in Malaysia is to have a stronger sport science and nutrition support, because lately we media didn't cover about this, so people didn't have an approach and knowledge about nutrition that are important for the athlete. And Taufik, how do you think
About what?
about the point that we have discussed?
So I mostly agree with most of the point, because many of the points have already been shown by many successful countries. As such, you can see that Najmi has already mentioned that Japan have, even though they have a smaller body but they have their mentality. They always try to prove themselves. They always try to do the best, and they are investing more in Najmi has said, in the sports science. And recently I watched news, and I watched a newspaper. I watched a newspaper, and I read newspaper, and I just caught my attention which Football Association Malaysia have recently appointed a new sports science director, which is Dr. Craig Duncan, and I believe this is a new step forward to the Malaysian sport, especially in football, to become better. And I believe also by having a world-class athlete, we can influence more people, either outside or inside, into to come more visit Malaysia. Because even though I see that the athlete is not just someone that do sport, but someone that can influence person as a tourist attraction.
So as a conclusion, I think we all can agree that stronger sport science and nutrition support can improve nation in producing more world-class athletes. That's all from us.
That's all, guys.